Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Alright, so in this video, check out how unsure Chrisean looks as she's giving BlueFace the results. It looks like she herself is not sure. Now, also check out how seductive, how flirtatious she is angling this man to try to seduce him and finesse him, because she herself does not know what these results are going to be, in my opinion, based off her body language. Check it out.
I got the DNA. You want to say any last words?
She is just cheesing. Look, watch a master at work. She's finessing right now. He's not quite falling for her, but watch how her energy changes after she gets the results. Watch.
Denied the kiss.
Oh, that was a nervous kiss.
Yeah, watching them, it's like watching a sport. It's like watching professional fighters go at it. The way that he stepped in there right quick and gave that ding ding, that little uppercut right there, that verbal uppercut. And then you see the way that she's finessing though. She's dancing around. She's dancing around this thing. And then watch how he's matching her energy.
Let me read it. I don't know.
The lie detector test probably would have determined that she was telling the truth until she tried to act like what she doesn't know is how to read the paper. She doesn't know what the results are going to be. In my opinion, of course.
Let me read it.
Okay. She said, it's like, yeah, I don't know. You read it. I don't know how to read.
So, you know, the big baby got son, the big daddy for me.
Well, we know she can read people very well. And with that being said, check out her body language.
What is it? Babe, can you look for it?
I'm trying to... This is my first time, alright?
Wow, so for his first baby mama, he didn't have to do this, but he was adamant in getting the test for her.
This
Is this the receipt?
I had to double check and make sure I wasn't tripping, because what's funny, that was her attitude all the rest of the time, acting like she's so sure and like he's such a bad guy because, you know, she doesn't even know herself. That's what's really triggering. This facade.
What?
I'm trying to read it. You can just tell.
Ha! What, did you just see that look, that blank look on her face? Look, as it gets closer and closer to crunch time, she looks terrified. She went from laughing, joking, switching around the room, prancing, to literally looking terrified and uncertain and unsure. Look at her. She looks terrified. Does that look like the confident face of a woman who's only been with one man her entire relationship, as she's professed to be? Whereas everyone's been dragging BlueFace, throwing him under the bus for even doubting. Oh, BlueFace, you're such a bad guy. You're such a jerk. She's only been with you, BlueFace. Look at, she's so loyal. She's so down for you, BlueFace. How could you ever question? You're such a jerk. You're such a bad guy. Chrisean, you should leave him. You need to leave him. Oh my God, he's such a gaslighter. Look at the fear in her eyes right now. One of them's even cocked to the side. The other one's got a tear in it. She is petrified, okay? But the thing is, though, that's not even the worst part. Watch how her energy changes up.
But it's like kind of confusing.
Oh my God.
Bro, he looking just like this guy, Jimmy Butler. I'm dead.
Her body language here says she's surprised. She's the type of person that will steal your money and then help you look for it. And the other thing is, look at how uncertain she is. This is not the body language of a confident woman. She doesn't look like a confident woman that knows the results of her paternity test because she's only been with one guy. She looks like she needs the paternity test results just as much as he does because she hasn't been with one guy. But what's so frustrating about that, or annoying about that, is she also is the one who didn't want him to get the paternity test, who was throwing a tantrum at the thought of him needing a paternity test. I'd expect more confidence.
Oh my God.
Okay, I can't tell if he's like already knows the answer, if he's the father or not, or he's just a and can't read the thing.
They both can't read it. They both can't read it. And that's the point I'm leading up to. It's confusing.
I feel like it would take 20 seconds to read this and know, but these people are taking, of course, a few minutes.
It says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
See, so I'm not familiar with paternity tests either. That's not clear. I'm used to the percentage. I'm used to, like Chrisean said earlier, I'm used to something more definitive.
Look, you've proved that already. And the only way I think everybody's going to be happy if I read the fact that he is. In the case of 1-year-old Dejour, Devante, you are the father.
To say somebody's not excluded, you know what I'm saying? The definition of not being excluded in a general context, especially if you're not familiar with DNA tests, is when the term is used to indicate that something is included among other possible options. She hasn't been honest about being exclusive with BlueFace, and come to find out just recently, a couple of days ago, No Jumper put out, allegedly, because I'm not really sure if No Jumper noticed this status that was liked by Chrisean or if it was somewhere else, but I remember reading that somewhere that she liked it, and I found the receipt on No Jumper's page. I found another receipt. Somebody else noticed it too. I'm like 3 days in editing this. I'm about to publish it. Well, they responded to a post Chrisean said, "My ex know he trolling even from claiming my child, knowing it's Blues. For some odd reason, people don't know when to something. She said, for some reason, people don't know when to stop trolling." And then someone else responded to Chrisean and said, "But why did Ronnie even insert himself?" Anyway, somebody else came out and noticed that Chrisean liked her ex's post. So again, with playing the game, as far as her body language, she's pacing back and forth and more agitated than BlueFace. She's sweating under the guise of a snarky smirk. Under the circumstances, wouldn't you say that's odd? If anything, based on the reputation that people have begun to portray of him, BlueFace, you think he'd be the one pacing nervously across the floor. So yeah, I'd say that behavior is odd. For her to be the one in the room to embody this nervous behavior, especially since she's the one who up to this point has continued to insinuate that he's the only potential father. And in doing so, she's masterfully manipulated the audience, and at times, she's even masterfully manipulated him. According to a government agency known as the National Institute of Health, an article was published in 2019 stating that PPD, postpartum depression, is frequently reported in mothers but can also occur in fathers. And although there are no established criteria for PPD in men, meaning it could be triggered by anything, she's the one who continues to insinuate that he's the only potential father. So I feel like she's telling on herself at this point. And also, watch how her mood changes, how her energy changes. As I pointed out earlier, it was clear to me that she was preparing herself for a crossroad as far as which direction she was going to go in once the results came out. So I feel like she puts on this smile, she has this vibrato, she's trying to touch him, she wants to kiss him. She's doing all of this to try to finesse this situation, and she quickly makes her move to take the other route of now the results say that he's the father, so her demeanor is going to change, the smile starts to come off. Look at the way that she begins to start to blame him again, start to put this guilt trip on him again for having any doubt. And the thing is if that's the way that you feel, remain consistent. What is the need for the energy? What is the need for the energy change up?
Do you cheat?
No. I'm moving on. What? What do you mean?
You got the lights on.
No, I move too much. Ask it again.
She's already telling on herself, giggling and telling him to wait. Now it's 2 times he asking her if she's cheating, and she's already fucking it up. So she did, yeah, pretty much.
Right. What exactly is funny? Now check out BlueFace's expression, his facial expression. This is before the paternity DNA test. This is before the results came out. She's laughing and she's playing games.
Have you been with anyone else in 2023?
No, I'm not supposed to laugh. Okay. What?
I knew that already.
They were home.
This is a picture of her ex.
It's just a lot going on. So let me just tell you what's going on. So boom, stepdaddy or whatever's going on here with Ronnie, he went live, right? So I'm sitting here, I'll click on the live, I'm just listening to see if he go anywhere.
So look.
This Chrisean X, he on here snitching on her.
So look.
Okay.
They got locked up, right?
Yep.
That was around the time when a nigga was really applying pressure on the music shit for real, like.
But when Chrisean was in an interview about her relationship with BlueFace, she said,
I never been into a rapper. He's the first rapper, and the only reason why I was into him because he changed my life.
By the time I got this shit going,
Yep.
we had already did a show out LA like a year before.
Okay.
So, feel me, we was already planning on making a jump out there, you feel me? So, we move out the bitch, right? Tell me why, I ain't gonna lie, y'all know Shorty really like, she really
Shorty is Chrisean.
spiritual, like, I ain't gonna lie, she really spiritual, like, that shit ain't no cap, like, she really spiritual, she believe in God, that shit ain't no facade. But she did some dumb ass shit. That was like, that shit was dumb. Like,
What happened?
And what y'all need to learn is that, like, a motherfucker is manipulative as a bitch.
We know.
Like, I don't know how y'all don't, you feel me? Like, y'all really don't see the shit.
once you see a picture of the ex, and especially get a close-up on the eyes, you can't unsee it to not notice the similarities between them. Chrisean definitely has a type. And then let's not forget when Carlissa came out and alleged that they have family ties.
Come to find out, Chrisean mama is a Dorsey. She a Dorsey. They related to me. They're my people. Girl, if them Dorseys, you come on now, you know. All the
So what is she insinuating then? Something else I've been wanting to take some time to unpack, because it is of a sensitive nature. And I've noticed other family members on both sides of BlueFace's family and also Chrisean's family making these accusations.
John had a baby with his cousin. He did. I bet you we need to test the baby. The baby is probably... That's why the baby had our DNA.
The commentary in this video are subject to change as related events continue to unfold and additional information may come forward in the future. The thoughts and opinions shared here may vary from person to person and are independent and relative to each individual. The intention here is to bring awareness to current trending topics that are sensitive in nature, potentially triggering and disturbing, while the main objective is to clarify misinformation in regard to taboo concepts that are often swept under the radar and thus with negligence allowed to thrive undetected, while every once in a while resurfacing in casual conversations, provoking an awkward side-eye and sometimes in discomfort a misplaced smirk. Trigger warning: the following content will introduce psychobiological consequences of childhood sexual abuse and its associative documented long-term harms of childhood sexual abuse on an individual's emotional, adaptive function and mental health. Check out Chrisean's song that pulled on everyone's heartstrings. For a minute, after watching her for a while, I could tell that was not her story much of the time. She's definitely not thinking of anyone other than herself. So whose story is that?
Listen to what I'm going to tell y'all. It's sad. I've never seen no like this show. I always knew my family hated me after I came out with what their father did to me. I was cool with that. That's why I got away from them. But they not saying how I watched them and I had to drop out of school to take care of them.
Remember when I said it's obvious that Chrisean is not thinking of more than just herself at times? Because this is one of Chrisean's older sisters. And if you go to Chrisean's profile, where she shares a lot of her personal traumatic experiences with the world, you won't see much of her family, if any of her family at all, on her profile. You will hear her crying for them though when she's in distress, when she needs some support, when she needs somebody beat up. But otherwise, she allows them, well, it seems like she allows to fall between the cracks, and much of her audience gives them some sort of reputation as if they're clout chasing after her. When Chrisean started to blow up and gain a lot of notoriety and attention, she's amassed a lot of clout, a lot of followers. But those who started out this journey with her, you'll have to search very hard to find them. And when you do, you'll notice a lot of them have a lot of trauma. They have a similar story that will pull on your heartstrings the way Chrisean pulls on the world's heartstrings. And you'll find that these people are those who presented themselves, laid themselves down, and became stepping stones for Chrisean's success and rise to fame. When you look beyond the pain, as we all have done for Chrisean, you'll notice that they all have a lot of talent. They all have this beautiful charisma, and they all have a story to share.
While my mother was out making $1, they not saying none of that. They want to sit here and say, oh yeah, she lying about being. Who the fuck gonna lie about some like that?
Exactly.
And they wonder why I was so up in the head. Like, alright, you know what's hurting me the most? Check this out, right? One day, her and Chastity, the one boyfriend she messing with now, my little sister, the one that's booked.
Right.
They came in my house crying. I just bought them some gold earrings. They look so cute that day. This was a Tifa and Chastity. They said, nigga, these boys around the corner just did this, just did that to us. Like, trying to touch on us. Everybody already know how I feel when it comes to this. This is what happened to me. Down to them. You understand what I'm saying? When I say I went round, called my niggas, did what I had to do, like for them. And I'm like, damn, they forgot about all that, yo. That's what's hurting too. Like,
that's great.
And then for you to sit here and keep trying to defend a child,
right?
And you do that to my son, you sick. Now who flipping in? Cause God allowed me to make it through it. That just made me stronger for real.
Fact.
I ain't lying. I ain't scared of it. Like I be like, yo, it is what it is. I almost died last year, right around Christmas time. Honest to God, truth, on my life. I got stabbed up real bad with a sword. By an old ass, perverted ass man who was trying to, and I wasn't with none of this. So yeah, I got hit up bad, but I'm still here. I had to jump out the 3rd floor window, bleeding to death. I found myself going out and landed on 2 feet off the 3rd floor.
Oh my God.
God got me. He got me. Like, there's nothing they can say, anybody for real. I don't care what nobody say. They can say whatever they want to say. But she was the same one calling me talking about, we know what my father did to you. You don't got to say it on live. You messing our script up.
Oh.
I'm not messing your script up. Tell him what your father did to me because you take it up for this nigga because BlueFace knocked his ass out. I'm glad BlueFace knocked him out.
So now with Carlissa coming out and she's letting us know that there's a possibility there could be some mixed DNA for the reasons explained. And she's suggesting that perhaps another DNA test should be had.
I want to know, you said BlueFace and Chrisean are cousins. Is that true? Because it's got the internet in a frenzy right now.
You know, her mom is a Dorsey.
Okay.
And I got some Dorseys, a lot of Dorseys. I'm from Warren, Ohio. But I did some research and it looks like, turns out that maybe we're not cousins.
Oh.
But we should definitely probably do like a DNA just to find out what's going on.
Just to double check.
However, at the moment, Carlissa is also currently flip-flopping, going between insinuating that the baby is her son's baby and at other times casting doubt, almost forgetting that she's the one who introduced this information that on her side of the family there's a link there where there's a possibility that there's mixed DNA, and that it could be another relative, it could be another distant relative that could father the child for reasons explained. So there's this back and forth, and also in the midst of all of this, currently people are starting to come out. Different storylines are being presented as people from Chrisean's past are sharing their story, and it seems that there's a lot of people who have sacrificed and even laid their life on the line for Chrisean. I'm at this moment thinking of a couple of different people. However, at the moment, Chrisean's ex-boyfriend is coming out and he has a story to tell. He alleges that he did some time for Chrisean for saving her life. And here's his story. Here's a snippet of his story.
The fucking shower, like I said, I heard footsteps, and then I was banging on the door. There you go. What are you doing, yo?
What you mean?
Bitch, I've been trying to add you for the past couple minutes. You got people thinking I'm lying.
Oh, no. I was in the car, bro. I got in the car.
You good, brother?
Yeah.
Alright, tell the story from your side, bro. On some real shit.
Shit, nigga, I was in the live when you was saying that. I told him, nigga, that's what happened for real, bro. We was down there, the bitch was trying to pray, and yo, that nigga was on some weird shit, yo.
So what happened when I opened the door and I seen yo with that bitch on you? What I do?
That? So what's up? No, you feel me? You came in there, bro. You protected niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You already know, bro. You protected niggas, bro.
Look though. Me and you made it out the building, right?
Hell yeah, that bitch was still in there.
What the fuck we see when we go back in there? Tell these motherfuckers what we saw, bro.
We seen her right there holding a knife.
But what was his hands doing?
He was grabbing her.
So, what happened next?
We ran out the, you feel me? Shit happened. We ran out the building.
Right.
Tell
they ass, bro. This ain't no shit that is gonna come back up, bro. Let these motherfuckers know, bro. Real shit, cause they acting stupid.
Alright, yeah, we ran in the building. We ran back out. You feel me? Got in the car. You feel me? Went to the, where we go? To that beach. We went to that beach. You feel me? Went to go, you feel me? Get rid of the shit for real. And then that's when he was on some whole other shit, bro.
Am I a part of a fucking crime right now?
So now you basically confirmed the shit, right? So
yeah.
I'm gonna give my spiel, and if y'all want to ask Draco a question, ask him. So look, y'all. Me and my mans, we make it out the fucking building. Me and him out. He right behind me. We on each other's arm. We make it out the building.
Yeah, shorty dick, bro, she dig that shit up, bro.
So after we get out, we come back to the building. You already know I got that bitch on me. And I got that bitch in my hand. Fuck you talking about? So,
bro, we went straight to the car. We ran to the car. You grabbed the joint, bro. You said, come on, I got this. Went in the building. Shorty was trying to grab the knife. You seen him grabbing her. You feel me? Did that. We ran out the building.
What I do?
Shorty was still...
What I do?
You kept that nigga, bro. You know what's up,
Where
bro.
that nigga got... Bro, where that nigga got hit at, bro? Because these bitches keep playing on Instagram, bro. Where that nigga got hit?
He got in his head.
How many times?
Twice.
How many?
What the fuck?
How many?
Twice.
And you said they was where?
Why did he just snitch on
Tell
himself?
them bitches stop playing, bro. Niggas are really head tap some shit out this bitch, bro. For real, bro. Like, y'all motherfuckers keep acting dumb and shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers just touching on the head taps. Fuck is you talking about? We been on that shit. If y'all...
Why in the fuck am I a part of this right now?
Tell your man 1019 Jake, go pull the fucking police report.
Oh!
He
already went to court for it.
Hey, yo. Who told on us in the church?
Chrisean, bro.
Who told on us in the church?
Oh, Chrisean snitched on a nigga.
My nigga just did this. My nigga just did this. Bro, they called
what?
on us, bro.
Bro, how I had to turn myself in, bro?
Bro, you had to turn, because you too.
Bro. Tell them motherfuckers how the whole SWAT team shot from North La Brea all the way up to Melrose off. Then they sent the fucking GTA helicopter out that bitch to hover around the building. And then they had all... Bro, tell them,
so Chrisean snitched on him for saving her?
Nigga, we had to come out the building. Motherfuckers, people from church went downstairs. They took us. I was the only one with my phone left because your phone got lost. You remember that?
Yeah, it was.
They took my number, bro. They took my number. They went downstairs, bro, and the police was down there. It's like, oh yeah, the police down here. Y'all come down here one by one with your hands up behind your head, walking.
No, I'm just talking to the live.
Bro, they slammed the fuck out me, bro. Slammed the fuck out me. They locked me up. They told me not to look that way. Then you came down, and then she came down on some tripping shit, bro. Like, niggas better stop playing.
I can't believe she snitched on that boy.
So, basically, bro, feel me? All I wanted you to get on here to do is just to let them people know your side of the story, you know? Because it's easy me on here just talking my shit, but when they can hear from another horse mouth,
niggas already knew what it was. Cause you feel me, I've been saying what it was, bro. You feel me? That's why she had went on Instagram that one time, bro. She had went on Instagram that one time. Was like, oh Draco, you lying? Fuck you, this, that, and the third, bro. You already know, bro.
Damn, Chrisean. You snitched on the nigga for saving you?
Do anybody got any questions before I let my dog go? Cause now I'm about to get back on my shit. Now bro told y'all his side. Feel me? Any questions? No? Y'all
Nigga,
good?
did you have sex with
Alright,
Chrisean
no questions.
10 months ago?
Any nice words?
Okay. I can't drink. It's my DNA test. Sit your ass down.
Come on.
You. I got the DNA. You want to say any last words?
Any nice words?
Okay.
I said it.
Denied the kiss.
Oh, that was a nervous kiss.
For me or you?
Let me read it. It's like, I don't know. You read it.
For me to read?
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm nervous. Because you made me nervous.
I made you nervous?
What? What is it? Babe, can you look for it?
I'm trying to... This is my first time, alright?
This
Is
isn't
this
that.
the receipt? What?
I'm trying to read it.
You can just tell.
What is the percentage?
I know everyone has their own opinion, but after further research, the expression on his face, to me that's a face that says it has deep-seated disappointment, because the moment you've been waiting for, this moment that's supposed to give him a deep sense of relief, isn't there. The answer is inconclusive. It's not clear. I think he really wanted to know, and what he's looking at is some semblance of an answer that's going to lead to further insinuations and assumptions, but doesn't give him peace in his heart of definitely knowing. Meanwhile, in this moment, BlueFace only has a second to respond, and you'll notice that Chrisean immediately jumps on it after looking surprised herself, which is not the expression of a confident woman who knows that she's only been with one man during her pregnancy. But we've already spoke on that, so there's that. And I feel like he was manipulated into it, but in his heart of hearts, based on everything that I've researched and shared with you all, in my opinion, I feel like that's what BlueFace is dealing with. He's not sure. I think that he has legitimate reason to be unsure and to have doubt. And men can experience postpartum depression too. And when it exhibits in males, it looks a bit different sometimes than when it's exhibited in women.
I thought it was going to be like, yes.
Oh, no, I mean...
Don't be looking at me like that.
I feel like this part. But it's like kind of confusing.
Oh my God.
Okay, I can't tell if he's like already knows the answer, if he's the father or not, or he's just a and can't read the thing. I feel like it would take 20 seconds to read this and know, but these people are taking, of course, a few minutes, because their IQ is probably 100 combined.
I keep laughing at that because aside from the dig and the comedy relief, I don't want to laugh too much because I'm not the sharpest pencil in the box myself. But the fact that he noticed, the fact that the Cuff Boys noticed there was a delay in interpreting something that should have been very simple and easy to read, it wasn't. And for reasons explained, I continue to say it's legit. It was confusing for real. And then it's almost surreal that the baby, he may not know for sure who his father is, especially because of the mixed DNA. Not to mention how low-key Chrisean has always said, and she's wishy-washy about it, but she says it so much with so much vigor and fire and passion in her heart that she is the baby's father. And I know a lot of you might come out and say, oh, clearly she was being sarcastic, come on, and we all know the reasons why she may have been likely triggered to say those things, but it's something that is worthy of being unpacked as well, so maybe in another video. Also, the baby, the way that Chrisean had the baby and said herself she didn't want BlueFace there and that she doesn't want BlueFace money. And after saying all that, BlueFace is still there. A lot of people would have been gone just based on her saying and doing those things alone. But BlueFace is still there, and the more he tries to be there, the more it looks bad on him, the more it blows up in his face. Long story short, though, I think overall what's going on is two alphas bumping heads. Two alphas bumping heads.
It says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus. What does that mean?
It's not excluded, so you're the father. Holy
No, it's not. Why they write it like this, though? They could have just been like more clear.
Two alphas bumping heads, right? So this is a dynamic I've been watching play out. Now, y'all from the audience, you're probably going to give me your spiel on it. Maybe you don't know if you're an alpha or not if you do this. If you do this, you might be an alpha. You might be an alpha woman. Chrisean is definitely an alpha woman. In this moment, you know, she convinces him, even the host, Cuff Boys, came to that instant conclusion that he's the father. Yo, me, when I heard that result, as I already said, I didn't come to that instant conclusion. I was like, whoa, 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 not at all. Not at all. That's not at all what that means. And even BlueFace said, yeah, you know, the way he said it, they could have just made it more clear. But then he was like, all right, he goes in for a kiss. She rejects the kiss. That is a classic alpha move. First, remember when she went in for the kiss and he rejected it? Then he goes in for the kiss. She rejects it. That's just a little snippet of alpha meet alpha and clash. Alpha bumps heads with alphas.